Well, I'd had the idea for 10 years and I'd been with the project for 10 years. So over that time, I'd collected a mass of images about how I've wanted the film to feel and look, and also, you know, I never expected to have to try and make the film on my own at some point with no money, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to go out and make it, even if, you know, it's with an iPhone or whatever. So I got a whole garage full of car boot stuff and charity ornaments and stuff at my mum's that I'd been collecting for that. So then when I met my HODs, who are just brilliantly talented, I threw these images at them and kind of offloaded the garage and said, you know, like, more of this. And not only did they come back with more of that, but also they enhanced it in a way that surprised me, and, you know, it made me, like, I still feel joy from it now. I was so high at the results. So I think, you know, that is the key. It's like, you have your vision, and also, you know, they might have brought something back that wasn't pincushion, and often, you know, that did happen, but it's like, in my belly, it's like, that's pincushion, that's pincushion, that's not pincushion. So it's kind of like I was reacting like that, and then, you know, it kind of all came together like that.
Well, it was kind of, it was the fact that the environment was so unusual and so particular and so much like not out of the stock box of, you know, things we've seen 100 million times before, made me, I guess it sort of raised my game somewhere. I thought, okay, you know, like, how do I wear that costume? How do I can't just, you know, it's asking more of me, because it's creating something that's a sort of, that has its own logic, its own set of rules. I'm not in charge of that. It's not like actor walks in and says to costume designer, I see the character like this. It wasn't that. It was something, we were in Deborah's world. We were becoming part of something different. And yeah, so I think it kind of upped my game, really. I think everybody is terrified of being excluded and isolated, and we spend our lives making sure that doesn't happen by whatever strategies we've learnt as children and in our youth to kind of make sure that somebody likes us enough that we're not kicked out into the woods. You know, as Lynn is kind of considered the hunchback in the woods, the outsider. And so I think it's very easy to find the place in you that's frightened to be excluded, ostracised, abandoned by society. I think what was harder, and what actually I think is the essence of Lynn, is to find a comfortable place in that, to find a position in which she is accepting of who she is and where she is. She might make overtures towards wanting a friend, but at some level she's lived her whole life inside just this one person, because she hasn't had others to help her. And so for me it was really about finding, it was something I was learning in the process of looking for that, which is a kind of acceptance and almost opening up to love, in the way that Lynn isn't afraid to love. She isn't afraid to love. She just is present. And I think most of us edit our emotional lives in order to fit in with other people, and Lynn doesn't do that. So in that sense, she's more sophisticated and she's admirable to me.
I used to really, really worry myself, and then one day, I don't even know what provoked this, or it might have even been a dream, that, I think I dreamt that actually my daughter was the bully, and that was even more terrifying. But I think, I don't know, you just worry about your children anyway, and I think it is. And also, we've met so many people, the parents who are like, their kids are being worried, or they're worried that their kids are going to be bullied, or, you know, so yeah.
We've been on the road with this film and doing a lot of meeting of people who've seen it, and that is the main one of the main threads of commonality in the audience's experience is people coming saying, I am so frightened for my children. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know whether I would ever be told what's going on. And I'm just so frightened for them. And I think for me, it's when I look back to my own experience, I had a fairly privileged education, but I know that every day we were encouraged to, we weren't so much told not to bully, but we were told every day to be kind, to go out of your way to look for other people, consider other people's needs. And I think the message has to be a positive one of these are the things we're expecting you to do. We're expecting you not only to not bully, but to actively seek being kind to people, seek opportunities to look after and take care of other people's needs, and not just think about yourself all the time. But, we have a complex society now. It's a long time since I was a child, and I don't know how you approach that. And certainly when I've had friends and relations who've been being bullied at school, it seems really confusing as to find a simple solution to it. Very good question.
I like baby tea.
What's that?
So, like builder's tea with a lot of milk in it.
I like tea. I like a lot of tea, at least 4 cups a day, at least. And I like it like golden colour, reasonable amount of milk, no sugar.